Welcome to FTB Fridays for Friday, the 29th of October, 2021. I'm, of course, your host, Jason C. McLean. I am joined by Dawn McSweeney.
Hi.
And we are recording this actually the night before. We're recording this on Thursday, October the 28th. It's right now 7:18 p.m. And the two of us just finished watching the English language debate. The reason why we did is because we're talking about the Montreal Municipal Election. This coming Saturday and Sunday are advanced voting days, the 30th and the 31st. And then next weekend, we have a two-day election. So, Dawn, what did you think of the debate, first of all?
Well, I was a little surprised at Val Plante and Balarama Holness going at each other so hard. Kind of thought it was going to be a scrap between Coderre and Plante.
Yeah,
interesting turn of events.
I got the impression that both Coderre and Holness were gunning for Plante, and Plante was mainly trying to gun for Coderre until Holness really just made it.
But Coderre, I gotta say, let me say I don't like the guy, but he did the best at letting it all just slide right off him. He was like, "Hey, it's what it is," which is part of his shisty demeanor, but he didn't lose his cool at any point.
Which is, I mean, at the same time, too, that also raises my my political hackles and suspicions about Holness. I know Holness, because the concept of the hitman, right? Like, so because I mean, the thing is, what people have said. No, okay, I'm gonna just based on what I've heard about them say in their platforms. Holness, I think, might actually be a good mayor. I think he's a lousy candidate. I think he's the kind of candidate that's not going to win because he doesn't have a ground game, but he might take votes away from Plante, which might give Coderre the election. And a theory I heard proposed was that Holness is kind of like Melanie Joly. Now,
I'm going to need a better go on.
Well, Melanie Joly was currently appointed Canada's Minister of Foreign Affairs just a few days ago. She was elected under the Trudeau banner a few years ago. She originally ran for mayor of Montreal. I actually interviewed her on Forget the Box, and she basically finished second. And because of her involvement, Projet didn't win and Coderre did win. And then she didn't stick around in Montreal and she ran federally. So
Holness tried to get in with Projet Montreal and Montreal North in 2017. So, and all of his planning sounds specific to Montreal politics.
Yes. That's why what I really want to know is who his codicier is. For those of you who don't know, a codicier or co-candidate, every mayoral candidate has one. It's the it's if the mayoral candidate isn't elected mayor, but the co-candidate is elected to a council seat, the mayoral candidate can take the council seat. Now, Joly could have ran Steve Shanahan, who I dislike, by the way, as her co-candidate. He was in an area of town where she was well known and he won. But instead, she picked someone running against Peter McLean, who was a huge incumbent. And so she had no
in over my head now. These aren't any of the names I'm going to be voting for this time around. Let me just tell you that.
But
I have current facts and current opinions. So I don't know if you'd like to start with the debate or the platform or their personalities or who had the better tailor.
Well, who do you think won the debate?
Eesh. I don't know. I don't think we could call it a win. I could say that I watched Holness talk until you could see some of his demeanor come out in a way that I wasn't sure if it's a losing your cool kind of thing, or if it was a wanting to get your point across because you're last. So I couldn't tell, but that's more of his personality than I've seen anywhere else. Coderre is Coderre, man.
Yeah.
And Plante was passionate. And in a couple of corners, she did get called out fairly on a couple of points, and I like her.
Yeah.
So,
well, both Plante and Coderre, the thing is, they have records you can attack or praise. Holness doesn't have any records.
Exactly, and I think Coderre even said that at one point.
Yeah.
That, the one without it. But the thing I like about Holness is, and it might not be his time because I think he's just new to this kind of thing. So, I mean, I think it might take him a couple more times before he gets elected, perhaps, but his platform is just an idealist's dream. Ooh-wee. Top to bottom. It's a hot ticket item.
You're talking about stuff like the city-state. The city-state referendum.
But even aside from the city-state, just a lot of little things that I think would make it into make things a little bit better. Hold on. I'm reading here. He wants to get incentives to employers to pay for transit passes for employees. He wants to mandate an additional series of consultations for the STM to address gaps in accessibility, as well as bi-monthly city hall meetings for borough mayors, so they have to address their constituents more often, and reduce the maximum fine for parking tickets so it would only max out at $40. And financial support for public markets. There's a whole bit about language I'm not going to get into, but it does include government funded French and English courses.
Okay. Well, see, the one what I'm looking at right now is actually the one that probably is not the one that's going to draw all the attention. It's the transit one, because I heard him mention about the public sector getting involved in transit. Is that all he means in terms of?
I don't know. It was a long list of goals. It's a very idealistic and intricate platform. So I'm going to admit I only took some crib notes to kind of flesh out at what level each one of the candidates is actually trying to attack any goals.
Yeah, because the thing with my kind of thing for transit is we should be trying to make it as efficient and as affordable as possible, if not free. And we should stop seeing it as a business, see it as a public service. And I think
I don't understand why. I don't understand that part about it being a business. It's never done us any good. I don't understand.
It's supposed to be at a loss. It's not like they lost money. It's not like they didn't make money. They provided a service. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, but I'm confused about that whole thing.
Yeah. Thing is, a lot of people, though, don't watch these debates, especially the English debate. And Montreal's voter turnout is incredibly low. I think the winner is going to be the one who has the best ground game. Both Coderre and Plante have a ground game. Someone like Holness, I think this time he doesn't have that.
It's not his time. It's not his time. That's a fair thing. That is just as an idealistic candidate and somebody who I hope becomes a viable option in the future. Because right now I do have to vote a little strategically because I don't like Coderre and I didn't like him before and I don't want him back. And I'm pretty sure I'm still paying for the lights on the bridge.
Yeah.
And what about, we're talking here about this man who's talking about funding and money and all this accessibility and everything like that. You literally brought us the Formula E race that nobody wanted twice.
Yeah. And they ended up suing us, and we could have put it on Parc Jean Drapeau, where Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, or not Parc Jean Drapeau, where Oshiaga is, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, where there's a perfect,
where there's an actual racetrack.
Promoters didn't want it. He kowtowed to the promoters. He kowtows to everyone.
He likes money.
Yeah.
He likes money. He likes power.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like him.
I don't like him either. And I think, it's too much of a risk with Holness this time.
And this is the thing, because I voted Plante last time. I was 100% going to vote for Plante. And then this Holness guy showed up and I was like, ooh, his platform, it's just the city-state bit. It's very exciting, but now is not his time.
Yeah. One thing that, it's going to be, I think it's going to come down to Plante versus Coderre. I really hope it's
wants
not
to take away part of the Rev bike lane too. Go on.
Yeah. But one place where we can predict that maybe it's going to be between Plante and Coderre. One thing we can't really predict this time is NDG, where there's 5 different parties running. There's the former borough mayor, Sue Montgomery, who came in under the Plante ticket. She's the current borough mayor, but she's going to be running as an independent with her own party. There's Alex Montagano, who has his own party. And for the first time ever, Marvin Rotrand isn't running, the first time in a few decades. So Snowden's up for grabs.
NDG, first of all, we can make some assumptions. NDG loves name recognition. So I'm going to wager right here that Sue Montgomery gets in again because they love recognition. Like Marlene Jennings was in charge forever. Like they always do forever, unless somebody is doing something atrocious. And you know who's not going to win? The people nobody's heard of. So if you're a fringe party, now is not your time, I don't believe.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Sue Montgomery is technically heading up a fringe party in NDG.
Yes, but she wins with the name recognition.
Yeah. Does that transfer to big Holness is a former football player? Do you think NDG might vote for him?
I just found that out today.
Yeah. So you're right. If you don't know it, maybe a lot of the people in NDG don't know.
I'm going to assume that a lot of football player fans knew it.
Yeah. A lot of people in NDG might know it too. Well, football fans know. How many CFL fans are there in NDG?
Listen, he's got a great platform. He's charismatic. He doesn't have his ground game. He doesn't have all of his ducks in a line quite yet. And Coderre is in here to ruin the race. So
yeah, I'm just worried that he's going to ruin it for Plante and send votes to Coderre.
No, I don't know I don't think that's going to happen.
He's maybe taking votes from Coderre.
Are we taking bets on politics? Is this legal?
I probably is if we don't broadcast it on the internet like we're doing. But the what I think though, maybe he might actually take some votes away from Coderre too, because people who absolutely hate Plante but really don't want to go back to Coderre might just vote Holness. So
I feel like that's a really small piece of the pie.
Yeah. But there's also a bunch of different candidates running. I'm going to show you a little example here. Now this is something I saw near my house. Near
one of those things where you get to start by, and it's a free country.
And it's a free country. Now this is for a candidate. Yeah,
you got a duck to show the logo.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this logo, everybody. You see here, it says Montreal. For some reason, he decided to incorporate the Olympic Stadium into his. I checked his policy. He has. I had his name in my mind before. It seems to have escaped me. But the Olympic Stadium.
Your head fits in the big O.
Yeah, his policy has nothing to do with baseball, and or sports or anything like that. And he puts the big O, and he puts the cross. Okay, fine. Put the Montreal cross from the mountain, but.
So first of all, when you told me about this, Inside Baseball, you told me about this before I saw the picture. See what I did there with baseball with Big Mac?
Yeah.
So, but when you described it to me, I saw it as better than this. So this L is terrible, but I wouldn't have even known that was the mountain cross. Like that just looks like a shining, glowing Christianity.
Yeah, and why not? But the thing is, why not? Why try and work that into the O? There's a T in the name Montreal. Just make it the T. I mean, you already have a hard enough hill to climb that nobody knows who the hell you are. And I just forgot your name. I was going to say your name on this FTB Fridays, but I just forgot your name. But yeah, like it's just an example, maybe a little bit of levity in the election, show you what you should not do.
It's a little bit levity, but it's a reminder that if you don't like what's out there, you can give it a go to.
Yeah, but if I decided to run for mayor, I'd probably get less votes than that guy. But at least my poster might, if I ever had enough money for posters, would probably at least have a good concept, a graphical
I feel like
concept.
I could design you something better right now.
Yeah, exactly. On MS Paint, right?
No, Canva.
Oh, Canva. Okay, so the thing is, though, we got to overcome voter apathy. I really hope we don't get another 4 years of Coderre. That's my personal hope.
That would be wild.
Yeah, it would. We have a poll, by the way, on forgetthebox.net in the sidebar of every page on the site. If you're looking this on the site, if not, go to forgetthebox.net. Advanced polling is this coming the 30th and the 31st of October. Now,
and by now you should have received 2 confirmation cards. The first would just be addressed to occupant and said, do not forward. Inside it had your name. It said, if you received this and it's correct, don't do anything. And then they sent another one that said to the elector. And that has me and my boyfriend's names on it on one page. So it was a good thing that we were going together.
Yeah, it's a good thing that I actually read the one I got because I just moved and I moved. It didn't matter for the federal election.
And who reads to the occupant?
I didn't know my name.
Poor planning.
I didn't know my name was on it. I thought I had to go register and get the bill or something, but no, my name was actually on the thing. So it turns out the thing I did with the government worked. Okay, yeah, and then there's the thing is they have 2 days for the election. Now I remember last time in advance polling, I voted by advance polling. The guy was so happy to see me. Like nobody was in there. He was so excited to see someone come in. He right this way, monsieur. Sit down. Here's how you vote.
Well, the last time I advanced polled was 2 minutes ago for the federal election. So I was pretty happy to be there. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, is it always low? I don't pay attention to the turnout.
We have a very low voter. Yeah, we have a very low voter turnout. That's why get out the vote is what matters, which is why
harass your friends. If your friends live here and like to either use our services or complain about how bad our services are to use, they should vote or shush.
Yeah, because Montreal municipal elections, these are the ones we can actually make a change in.
These matter so much.
They matter.
And if you ever wonder if they matter or not, just look at all the lights on the bridge and wonder how much that cost taxpayers.
I think we did an article about that. Also, there were $50,000 for fake granite tree stumps. Sorry, fake tree stumps were in the millions. It was $50,000 for a national anthem for Pointe-aux-Trembles, Rivière des Prairies.
Stop.
Yeah, Coderre paid for it. They have a national anthem in Pointe-aux-Trembles, Rivière des Prairies.
Can you put the link to that article in this?
Sure. Yes, I will put it in the video description. When this video goes up tomorrow, and then tomorrow, the following 2 days, you can vote by advance polling. And then November 5th and 6th is the actual election. And then
tomorrow will be when they're watching this. So tomorrow will be today.
Yeah, today. But tomorrow. No, I mean, I've already adopted the fact that this is Friday.
Okay,
it's Saturday and Sunday that you can vote by advance polling. So
Lord.
Tomorrow is Saturday for them. Okay,
I've got you.
Well, with that in mind, people can follow you, Dawn, at McMoxie on Twitter and Instagram, or no?
Yeah.
Follow me at Jason C. McLean. Also download the Android app for Forget the Box. The iOS one still in the works. Follow Forget the Box on Twitter, at Facebook at Forget the Box. Give us a like and share on YouTube. Give us a like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. I love saying that. And
download
for daily content, check out forgetthebox.net, and we'll be back next time for another FTB Fridays.